Hi guys, Patty from Patty's Crafty Spot, and I'm here to share with you my newest project. This is a tutorial by Shellie Geigle of JS Hobbies and Crafts, and this was an original design that Mel B Paper Creations did, and Shellie did the tutorial. And what I did was I purchased the kit to make the base part of this. So I purchased that from JS Hobbies and Crafts, and what you get is the base piece here, like this bottom piece. You get the little turntable, you get the dowel in the center, and you get a bunch of more circles. I think it's chipboard. You get a bunch of the circles to go on for the top, and that's what my birdhouse is sitting on. So you get that part of it. And what I did, let me see if I can zoom down. Oops. So you can kind of see here, I lifted my base up because I didn't want it sitting flat on the table. So all I did was purchase some, it's going to show, they're just some Wilton cake circles I purchased at Michael's. And I used 3 of those and I glued them together to prop up my base a little bit. So that was what I purchased to make the base. So yours isn't going to come with it being raised, but the circle here, the base part here is an 11-inch base, and the cake circles I got is a 10-inch base. And I went ahead and wrapped the bottom with some cardstock on it. So the paper collection that I used on this is Graphic 45 Flutter, and that's what I used for my paper. The birdhouse was a plain birdhouse I purchased at Michael's. I painted it all teal, and then I added the pattern paper to it. Let me see if I can zoom in. Oops. So what I did was I added all the Graphic 45 paper to it. I put some moss around the bottom with some mulberry flowers. All the flowers and stuff I had from my stash, as well as all of the trim. So there's pretty little heart. These are like a hard plastic lace. The hearts are a hard plastic lace. I put those on there, and then I covered it all also with some butterfly trim, and then this other trim here at the bottom. You can kind of see. This is so hard to film. I'm going to include some pictures at the end so you can get a better detail because the camera is just not picking up everything on this. So I also added some buttons. So there's a little dragonfly button here, which you cannot even see. Yeah, help a little bit. So there's a little dragonfly guy there, and then this little pink flower, that's also a button. And then this part here is just some flowers that were on like a pick, and that goes up the side of my birdhouse. The back side here, again, more of the same. I have another little worm. He's also on the front with this little pink button of flowers. I fussy cut out the moth from the pattern paper. So I fussy cut him out. And if you turn it around, underneath my little peacock guy here, you can see I've added detail to that side as well. And then if you come around to the front, I have the little worm guy right there, along with the pink flowers and a little cherub button at the top. And that's that for that. You go up, I have this cute little peacock. That was from my stash as well. It's from a couple Christmases ago, I think. I purchased at Michael's. I like that because I like the tail of the, oops, let's go back out. I liked how the tail hung down, and it doesn't catch on anything because it's the whole piece that spins. So you don't have to worry about the tail getting on anything. Then, so on the tutorial, it's super simple to put the tutorial together. It's really easy. It might look complicated right now just because I have so much going on here, but honestly, the tutorial is so super simple to follow. It's just everything else you do after that either you make it, you go crazy with it, or you can keep it simple. So what I did was I added some little base page base pockets on here, so I alternated them. So I have 2 base pockets right here. You can see, just like that. And then I cut some tags. I used my Crealies Dies to make up these little tags here. And then on some of the tags, I did fussy cut out the butterflies to add more dimension to it, because I wanted to make it look like the butterflies were flying around the project. And then so then you go back and forth. So then on the other pages, I created just corner pockets. So again, little photo mat here, and this little butterfly, he is also popped off the page. You can see that. And then this is just a little simple photo mat. There's no paper in it yet. And then this little one here has a little pocket on the front. And then what I did was I created the twist and pop card. So it opens up like this. Oops, and I just threw out my paper. It flew away. So then I added this. I wanted to showcase the butterflies, but I added 2 photo mats to the inside. And you can always put some photos at the bottom here, as well as you can put a photo on the back. And I have no idea where my tag flew off to, so I'll have to find that later. Go over to this side. Again, just 2 normal photo mats again. This one here was a half butterfly flying away. So I just added that little guy right there, as well as a little fussy cut right here on this little guy down here. And then another simple little photo mat. This one I added some extra little flaps. So those are 3 by 3 squares to add photos in the back of it. And then this one, I thought this one came out pretty too. I added a bigger butterfly to that. It's all fussy cut out. And then it opens up for a photo mat. And you can see pretty papers. I know this camera is just not doing any of that justice. And then spin around, another simple little tag and little photo mat. Over here, another one with the little guy as he's flying off the page. And then a bigger butterfly right here. Then we go around to another simple photo mat. Oops, where'd he go? And then this one over here I created. So this one's got like a belly band on it with I cut out a circle and then it's got another photo mat in there to add photos. It slips right back in there. And then room for photos. And we just kind of go back around again. I don't think I showed you these ones. So some more little photo mats that just open up. And those fit right in there. So then what I did was, which I was so proud of myself, I learned how to weld on my silhouette. I use Make the Cut program. I do have a Cricut maker. I have not yet used it yet or even opened it out of the box because I have to learn all new software and it makes my head hurt to learn new software. So I am still using my Make the Cut program. So what I did was, you can see all these butterflies in the centers here. You can see how they just kind of spin. So those are actually photo mats, and the butterflies are what you pull to pull out your photo mats. And I welded the 2 halves of the butterflies, so when you have them together, they look like they're flying. And then I covered them with pattern paper. So this is originally all one piece, all black cardstock. And I just cut it out, and then I also I cut out a full shape of the butterfly and cut it in half to make the pattern paper on that part of it. And anyway, so then it's very 3-dimensional. So it just, They just flutter around. Anyway, I hope you like what you see. If you have any questions, let me know. I will insert a bunch of pictures at the end here, just so you can get a better detailed look at it. This is a tutorial by Shellie Geigle, so I will leave that down below. And she's from JS Hobbies and Crafts, and it was a design by Mel B Paper Creations. I will also link a channel down to her, or I'll put a link down below to her channel so you can check her out. And I think that's about it. Graphic 45 Flutter. I used the 12 by 12 and the 8.5 by 11 paper pad to make this, although you could easily get away with just one of the paper pads, but I had both of them and I wanted to use the different size papers, so that way some parts might be bigger of the butterflies and stuff, some might be smaller. I think that's about it. I inked all my edges with black soot, distressed ink. And anyway, if you have any questions, leave them down below. I will leave you all the links, also to Crealies for the tags. And if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up. I would love it if you would subscribe. And until next time, guys, happy crafting. Bye.